Chief Secretary.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer. As I respond to this question, let me ask your good self and your office to also adopt a practice being held by the Cabinet at the moment, whereby whenever questions are filed, they are automatically sent through the system to, in the Cabinet case, it will be PSs, and in our case, it will be administrators. That way, public servants are able to supply the responses in a timely manner. That wouldn't result in officers being up at midnight attempting to collate the information from across all divisions. Having said that, I wish to, at this time, read to the entire House the full list of persons employed within the Tobago House of Assembly between December 6 and present. And let me start by saying I'm happy to announce that between December 6 and present, we have employed significantly less people than we did in the 2 months leading up to the elections. And the list is as follows. Starting with community development, no particular order, starting with community development, youth development, and sport. In that division, employed was Marlon Crease, occupational safety officer, has a BSc in occupational safety and health, salary $9,205, allowance $1,500. That's on contract. The position was advertised and candidates were interviewed. Kalisha Baird, also occupational and safety officer, has a BSc in environmental science and sustainable technology. Salary, same as before, $9,205. Allowances, $1,500. Contract, position was advertised and candidate was successful interview. Community development, youth and sports, staying with that division, Mr. Gladstone Solomon, advisor to the secretary. He has a master's in agriculture and rural development. The salary for an advisor to the secretary is $19,400, $2,700 in allowances. That's a contract position. And the candidate was engaged as per Executive Council Minutes 60 of February 2016. Same division, Aloy Westfield, personal assistant, qualifications with CXC O levels, salary $8,400, $1,800 allowance, contract. Again, this person was engaged in accordance with Executive Council Minutes 60 of February 2016. And for those who are looking and are unsure what that means, it means that in 2016, the Tobago House of Assembly took a decision that there will be some level of personal staff attached to every line secretary. And these are standard, the salaries are standard, and the salaries were determined since 2016 in accordance to Executive Council Minutes 60 of 2016. Natalie Joseph Douglas, same division. She is the personal secretary. That salary is $6,300. Contract. The candidate was engaged in accordance with Executive Council Minutes 60 of February 2016. Ansel Joe Field, personal chauffeur, valid driver's permit is the requirement based on law. Contract based on Executive Council Minutes 60 of February 2016. Orson Thorm, personal assistant to the secretary, well, to the assistant secretary, sorry, and that is Mr. Thorm has a master's in business administration, $8,400, again standard, $1,800 allowance, contract engaged in accordance with Executive Council Minute 60 of February 2016. Kalisha Parks, personal secretary to the assistant secretary, CXC O-levels and certificate in legal studies, $6,300, again standard, as per engagement in accordance with Executive Council Minute 60 of February 2016. In the Office of the Chief Secretary, we have Tafarel Smith, Information and Communication Officer with TEMA, Personal Certificate Course and Diploma, $8,500, allowance $1,200, and this position was advertised and candidate interviewed and was successful. Also in the Office of the Chief Secretary, Isaiah Jackson, Network Specialist, BSc in Computing and Certificate Courses, $13,400, allowance $1,200. Contract position was advertised and candidate interviewed. Office of the Chief Secretary, Elisa Clark, BOA 1, Procurement Control Office, Associate Degree in Culinary Arts, $5,150, and that's short-term employment. Candidate applied, was interviewed, and selected. Office of the Chief Secretary, Esther Balfour, Clerk Typist, Human Resource Department, Diploma and Certificate level courses, 5,188, short-term. Candidate applied, was interviewed, and selected. And if you did not hear any personal staff for the Chief Secretary in the Office of the Chief Secretary, is because I am yet to hire those personal staff in accordance with EC Minute 60 of February 2016 in OCS. In the Division of Finance, Trade, and the Economy, we have Dwayne Nurse, personal assistant, Bachelor's of Science degree in Environmental Natural Resources Management, $8,400, $1,800, that's contract. And this candidate was engaged in accordance with CPO Circular PD 10-143, Volume 4, dated May 23rd, 2013. Also in that division, and I want to pause here for a little bit, Anselm Richards, Chief Technical Advisor to the Division of Finance, Trade, and Economy, both a master's and a Bachelor of Science degree in economics, $35,000, allowance $7,500, contract, and he was hired in the same manner that the minority leader was not so long ago in the Division of Health, and the minority councillor was when she was management accountant, determined by way of experience and education. And additionally, this became much needed in the division because we had an issue in the division with getting timely and accurate information from some members of staff whose allegiance lied elsewhere. In fact, at this present moment, thanks to efforts of the administrator, we even had to treat with issues of financial statements and reports of the division not being left in the division when a certain worker in the division who was hired in the same manner as Mr. Richards left, deleted all of the government files from the government computer, and until a decision was made to go to lawyers and to seek a legal redress, another contract officer was called off-site and given a flash drive clandestinely. And because of that kind of attitude, we needed somebody like Anselm Richards to be able to organize data coming to the division to ensure that they are accurate. And by the way, let me add, Madam Presiding Officer, right now we are still exploring legal options, including against the former secretary for the division, who still has the government laptop and iPad in his possession and has refused to return them to the division, and documents belonging to the division are presumably gone with such. We will be putting a stop to that kind of madness. Let me also indicate that at the Division of Finance, Trade and Economy, I am yet to hire, in accordance to EC Minute 60 of February 2016, personal staff, which means I am yet to have a personal secretary, I'm yet to have a personal advisor, and those staff associated with EC Minute 60 of 2016. In the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities, and Transportation, we have Curtis Joseph, personal assistant to the secretary, certificate in arts and science at UWI, standard 8,400, 1,800, contract, candidate engaged in accordance with CPO Circular PD 10143, Volume 4, dated May 23rd, 2013. Marvin Phillips, personal secretary to the secretary, CXCO levels, 6,300, contract, standard as per the same circular. Personal assistant to the secretary, Renata Murray, to the assistant secretary, Renata Murray, associate degree and certificate level education, $8,400 allowance, 1,800 allowance as per same circular. Maxine Jack, personal assistant to the assistant secretary, Bachelor of Education, Early Childhood Care and Education, $6,300 contract as per the same circular. Coris Archer Kwashinansis, advisor to the secretary, Masters in International Development, Bachelor of Science degree in Media and Communication, 19,400, allowance 2,700 as per the same circular. Food Security, Natural Resources, and the Environment and Sustainable Development, Kidel Kerr, advisor to the secretary, Bachelors of Science in Environmental and Natural Resource Management and Tropical Landscaping, 19,400, allowance 2,700, contract as per the same circular. Abigail Warner, personal assistant to the secretary, Bachelor of Arts in Business Management, 8,400, salary 1,800 allowance, contract as per the same circular. Personal secretary to the secretary, Elisa James, Bachelor of Science in Biology, $6,300 contract as per the same circular. Nicoya Douglas, personal assistant to the assistant secretary, diploma in project management, $8,400, $1,800 as per the same circular. Giselle Benjamin, personal assistant to the assistant secretary, and Giselle Benjamin is a doctor of veterinary medicine and a diploma in animal health production and veterinary public health, and the salary is $6,300, contract as per this circular. Also in that division, Kern Duncan, carpenter, grade 2, group C, $288 per day, daily rated worker. Dondre Dimas, motor vehicle operator, $252 per day, daily rated worker. And Roy Devines, handyman, $244 per day, daily rated worker. Kalon Edwards, handyman, $244 per day, daily rated worker. Kylan Kwashi, handyman, $244 per day, daily rated worker. Ozzy Williams, handyman, $244 per day, daily rated worker. Shaquille Jerry, tree climber, $244 per day, daily rated worker. Dwayne Joseph, semi-skilled laborer, $244 per day, daily rated worker. Monique Cooper, sanitation man, $235 per day, daily rated worker. Jason Stanley, male laborer, $235 per day, daily rated worker. Nylon Thomas, male laborer, 235 per day, daily rated worker. Orel Cooper, male laborer, 235 per day, daily rated worker. Byron Clark, 235 per day, daily rated worker. Tayshawn Broom, 235 per day, daily rated worker. Rayan Adams, female laborer, 235 per day, daily rated worker. Rodney Shangi, break shift watchman,
Member for Palatine, answer me. Member for Darrell Springwim.
Madam Presiding Officer, in the interest of time, could we have the rest of the answer in writing?
Chief Secretary, member for Palatine, answer me. You have approximately 14 more minutes to your time, and we have additional questions.
I will continue to read therefore.
Continue.
It was asked for oral response, and I'll give oral response.
Continue.
You don't get to pick and choose when you're misguided. Devon Bailey, break shift watchman, 244 per day, daily rated worker. And let me say thanks for this question. Because of this question, the line secretaries now know that people were employed in their division
member
as daily
for
rated
Darrell
worker.
Springwim. Please allow member for Palatine and Sumi to finish its contribution. Thank you. Continue.
Thank you. And as per the standing orders, you also don't get to dictate the answers you get. Division of Education, Research and Technology, and Natasha Second, advisor to the Secretary, Masters in Business Administration, MSc in Education, Diploma, 19,000, Diploma in Education as well, 19,400, 2,700 contract as per the circular for personal staff. Kathy Charles John, personal assistant to the Secretary, certificate in supervisory management, certificate in sales and marketing, 8,400, salary 1,800, allowance, contract. Jamaica Thorm, personal secretary to the Secretary, certificate in childhood education, 6,300, contract as per the same circular. Jabari Carrington, personal chauffeur to the Secretary, 10 years experience as a light vehicle driver, $4,700, salary, $2,785 as per the circular. Kristen Cunningham, personal assistant to the Assistant Secretary, associate degree, $8,400, $1,800, allowance, contract as per the same circular. Personal secretary to the Assistant Secretary, Zachariah Haynes, $6,300, contract as per the same circular. In the Division of Health, Wellness and Social Protection, Jason Nancis, advisor to the Secretary, BSc in Business Administration, $19,400, salary, $2,700, allowance, contract as per the circular for personal staff. Kershel Elliott, personal assistant to the Assistant Secretary, certificate in practical accounting and CXC O levels, $8,400, $1,800, contract as per the same circular. Adonis Edwards, personal assistant to the Secretary, BSc Behavioral Science, $8,400, $1,800 allowance, contract as per the same circular. Karen Moore Nicholson, liaison officer, registered nurse, $12,882, $2,000 contract as per the circular. Personal chauffeur, Renison Rogers, $4,700, salary, $2,785 allowance. Ayana Phillip, communication assistant, AB diploma, $8,197, $2,000 short-term employment. Andel Adams, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Aurora Bissoon, contract tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Michelle Boris Welch, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Janelle Cox, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Nailing the new knot, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Shenkwa Deslin, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Ayana Phil Edwards, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Seth Elias, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Avion Jack Balfour, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Dinelle Jarrett, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Camille Nanhu, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Kerryanne Nelson, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Denicia Ramsey, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Tashiana Singh, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Carissa Slater, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Shireen Smart, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Regine Sawyer, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Kadisha Stanley, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Akela Job Trotman, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Kathisia Wallace, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Gabrielle Yearwood, contact tracer, enrolled nursing assistant, $3,000. Sorry, contact tracers, that your measly salary and name is in the public. The minority leader needed to know orally, so I presented as required by law. Settlements, urban renewal, and public utilities. Anson McDonald, the advisor to the secretary, teaching diploma, diploma in labor studies, diploma in technical studies and education, $19,400, $2,700. Contract as per the circular for personal staff for secretaries. Personal assistant to the secretary, Giselle Small, Masters in Business Administration, BA in Political Science and Economics, $8,400 salary, $1,800 allowance. Contract as per the same circular. Lorraine Forbes, personal secretary to the assistant secretary, CXC O levels, $6,300. Contract as per the same circular. Joanna Stanley, office support assistant, advanced and ordinary levels, $5,100. Contract. Candidate applied, was interviewed and selected. So, in sports and youth affairs, Shanique Melville, BOA1, BSc in Behavioral Science, $5,150. Short-term employment. Assistant Accounts Officer, Certified Accounting Technician, $8,114. Short-term employment. Project Assistant, Junior Builder Course, Engineering Technician Course, $6,349. Short-term employment. Gloria Martin, Project Assistant, Associate Degree, $6,449. Short-term employment. Renicia Guy, BOA1, CXC O levels, $5,150. Infrastructure, quarries, and the urban development. Philip Herilal, Director of Project Management, $24,000, $2,500 allowance. Short-term employment. Mark Cunningham, Quantity Surveyor, $16,000, $2,000 allowance. Short-term employment. Morinke Adekale, Master Scheduler, $16,000, $2,000 allowance. Short-term employment. Shiva Alexander, Procurement Manager, $15,900, $2,500 on short-term employment. Donnell Franklin, Project Manager, $18,000, salary $2,000 allowance, short-term employment. And short-term here is 3 months in the first instance. Rachel Trotman, Project Manager, $18,000, $2,000 allowance, short-term employment. Malika Peters, Project Control Officer, $11,000 salary, $1,500 allowance. Rondell George, Equipment Rental Officer.
Member for palliative care. As per Standing Order 27, you had 20 minutes in which to answer your question, sorry. You have 5 minutes remaining from that 20 minutes.
Sure, not a problem. I'll finish in time. Keelan James Elliott, Personal Secretary to the Secretary, $6,300, contract as per the circular for personal staff to the Secretary. Ashwin Thomas James, Personal Assistant to the Secretary, $8,400, salary $1,800, allowance, contract as per the same circular. Aliyah Holder, Personal Secretary to the Assistant Secretary, $6,300, contract as per the circular for staffing for secretaries. Collis Brown, Advisor to the Secretary, $19,400, salary, allowance $2,700, contract as per the same circular. Dr. Ellis Boris, Technical Advisor in the division, $25,000, contract for a period of just 1 year. The total monthly cost of the new employment for the detailed area listed is $922,578. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. If there's time for other questions, if not, I'll be happy to answer the other questions publicly.